Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Moon Seeker Flight Guardian, and today I'm doing a karmic reading. So, this is a karmic reading for divine masculines who are in a karmic or third party situation. And these divine masculines in this reading are feeling guilty. So, I've been doing personal readings all day, and I've had this deck, my Twin Flame Karmic Oracle deck. I have had it sitting on the side. It's like been in the way all day. And I mean, I don't know why I took it out so early. Like, I knew I was going to do this reading today, this karmic reading. But this card has just been flying around all day everywhere. And as I was shuffling the cards to do the reading now, this karmic reading, here she comes again. So I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention. You got my attention. There's something about guilt here. There's something about these group of divine masculine. They're feeling guilty. They're feeling guilty towards the divine feminines because of this karmic or third party situation, because they chose this before, because they're engaging in this, because they've put you in this situation. So let's explore this. Let's explore what's going on with this guilt. I'm gonna put her back in the deck, and we'll see if she comes out again. But let's start with the divine masculine here. So also, trigger warning, I'll be looking in on the karmic, looking at how she feels when it comes to the divine masculine, what she thinks of the divine feminine. I'll also be looking at how the divine masculine feels for that karmic. So this is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. If this is not your story, it's not your story, and that's okay. Do not try to force anything to make it fit. It doesn't have to resonate for you. It is a general reading. So, okay, let's get started. Let's start with the divine masculine. What is the divine masculine's current energies towards the karmic partner? What is the divine masculine's current energy towards the karmic partner? We have here a Six of Cups. They are feeling hurt. I feel like they're suffering because they are holding on to these memories with the divine feminine. These memories of, the good times, these blissful moments. They're trying to heal. But while they're with the karmic, they are going through healing because they're clearing karma. But I feel like the feelings towards the karmic has changed because they are holding on to these memories, the memories of their past love, their divine feminine. Those are the memories that they're cherishing right now. So they're going through some kind of like releasing the karmic, and getting more into alignment with their divine feminine because they're wanting to heal this rift. They want to reunite. But while they're with the karmic, they're just like taking the healing, taking the lessons so they can truly heal once and for all. But let's see what else we have here. So we have the devil here. So how does the divine masculine feel? He feels shackled. He feels bound to the divine, to the karmic. He might be addicted. This could be sexual addiction. This could be codependency. This could be alcohol, drugs, whatever. But he feels bound and shackled to the karmic. And we have here the Four of Wands. This is this is again talking about the divine feminine here because the soul connection. He wants this stability with his soul connection, he wants union, but as long as he's bound and shackled to the divine, to that karmic, he can't have this. So I feel like he's feeling resentment because the karmic, in his eyes, and I say he and I say she, does not mean that the divine masculine is a male or the divine feminine is a female. That's just energies. They're not gender based. But he feels that the karmic is getting in the way of his happiness, that the karmic is standing in the way of his new beginnings. This card just fell out. The Fool. I feel like he's feeling like the divine, sorry, I'm saying the wrong things. The karmic is standing in the way of him taking a leap of faith. Standing in the way of him having a new beginning. On bottom of the deck here we have the Lovers. The karmic is standing in the way of this divine union, this divine love. So what else do we have here? Tell me more about how the divine masculine is feeling towards the karmic. We have release. He wants to release the karmic. He's ready to release, you know, the things that do not serve him anymore. He wants to let this go. And also, look at these cards here. They're all black and white. This deck is not, and even the bottom of the deck was black and white. This deck is not black and white, as you can see. There's lots of colors. But the cards that came out are all black and white. He has blinkers on, blinders on, whatever it's called. He's only seeing in black and white. Black and white, as in, like, I want this. I don't want this. I want the divine feminine. I don't want the karmic. But he's still here. Like, nothing's keeping him here. Yes, he feels like he's bound and shackled. It's time for him to start cutting that off. Cut that out. And this is what we have release here. He wants to release. He wants to cut all the ties that bind him to the karmic. It's time for him to, like, he has clarity. I'm getting from this as well, from the black and white images here. He has clarity. He can see his truth. He can see his path. And he needs to release. He needs to release in order for him to get to where he's going. In order for him to get back to the lovers. What else do we have? How else is he feeling towards the karmic? How is he feeling towards the karmic? We have here fruitful. I'm not really getting much from this. I feel like what he's getting is that, you know, how he feels is that once he releases the karmic, color will come back into his life. Vibrancy will come back into his life. He will be vibrant again. He will be reborn again. He'll be alive. I feel like he's like not alive. Let's get some more cards on this fruitful. Asleep we have here. I feel like maybe he's saying that when he is with the karmic, he's asleep. He's not abundant. He's not in this fruitful energy. He's not producing anything. What else do we have? We have heart over head. So he's like, he wants to go into his heart space. He's been in his head space when it comes to being with the karmic. He followed his pride and ego there. The pride and ego took him towards his karmic. Now he wants to go into his heart space. He wants to awake. He wants to release. He wants to be fruitful. He doesn't want to be bound and shackled to this anymore because it's doing him no good. One more card, please. Okay, I'm going to take the 3 cards that fell. So with the karmic, he feels lost. He feels lost, and all his childhood traumas are being relived. But this is good though, because it gives him a chance to cleanse and release, heal this once and for all, so he can go on towards his destiny. So he can continue to follow his path. Here, when he's lost, he's fading in and out. But his path is clear. He just needs to become solid enough to walk it. He needs to grow up. We have a young girl here. We have a grown-up woman here. This is all about healing your childhood trauma. All about the divine masculine healing his childhood trauma so he can keep walking his path. So that is how the divine masculine feels towards the karmic. Quickly, just here, bottom of the deck, walking away. He's walking away from the karmic. And he knows that because it's not fruitful anymore. He might have learned all the lessons that he needs to learn. So how does the karmic feel towards the divine masculine? How does the karmic feel towards the divine masculine? We have here the Ace of Pentacles. So the karmic wants a new beginning. The karmic wants a solid offer from the divine masculine. currently they don't have it. The offer that they got before has either expired, or it was never solid before, or it was never even a proper offer. They want some kind of offer from, or commitment from, the divine masculine in the material world. For some of you, you guys are perhaps currently going through like a drama situation where it's like all up in the air. Like you're still with the divine masculine, but the divine masculine has a third person involved as well, and the divine masculine is deciding between the two of you. And for those people in that situation, the karmic still hasn't gotten an offer. You might be with your divine masculine, but the divine masculine hasn't offered the karmic anything, hasn't offered the karmic any kind of offer. But that is something that they want in the material world. We also have here the King of Flames, which is the King of Wands. They want perhaps the divine masculine to step up and become the King of Wands. Be someone who's a leader, someone who overcomes obstacles, someone who's worldly. Perhaps the divine masculine right now, because of all his energies that he's going through, he might be feeling really low. He might be not. He might be even depressed. He might not really be himself. So he might be like, laying around on the couch and not really doing anything. He's not engaging the same way that he used to. So the karmic is like, you need to step up. You need to stop being so immature with this page of thoughts. Stop being so immature, because the page is a young energy. Stop being so immature. Step up and be the king. Give me some kind of offer. But the page of thoughts is someone who is seeking, someone who goes who has like mental clarity, who is going through things. And I feel like the karmic knows. The karmic knows that this is a lost cause. The karmic knows that the divine masculine has checked out. Mentally, I feel like this karmic knows. Mentally, I feel like this karmic knows it's time to shift her energy or his energy and pour into themselves. The karmic needs to invest in themselves, because the divine masculine is not investing in them. The divine masculine is not really giving them anything right now. The divine masculine is not fulfilling their needs, not fulfilling companionship or anything. We also have your bottom of the deck, like the Two of Earth. This is about having to make a decision, learning how to juggle and learning how to prioritize. And I feel like the karmic is like not liking how the divine masculine is prioritizing, who the divine masculine is prioritizing, because the divine masculine is prioritizing the divine feminine. Underneath that, we have the Ten of Thoughts, which is the Ten of Swords. I feel like the karmic knows this is coming. A painful ending is coming. It is on the horizon. It's on the horizon for the two of them. What else do we have here? What else do we have when it comes to how the karmic feels towards the divine masculine? He sees him as family. He sees him as someone that they want to build something with. This is why they want this offer. They want a solid offer in the material world so they can build something. For some of the karmics, some of your divine masculines, they have children with this person. They can be married to this person. There's children involved somehow. But the karmic is lacking that solid offer of commitment. We also have release here. They know that they need to release. So the divine masculine knows that he needs to release the karmic, and the karmic knows that they need to release the divine masculine. So they actually are in the same place. They actually both know what's up. They know what needs to happen, both of them. We have here destruction. Yeah, it's like, how does the karmic feel? Feels like the divine masculine has ruined everything, ruined their home, ruined their life together, because they've checked out, or they never really checked in. There's a tower moment coming. There's a tower moment coming for the karmic. This is like the foundation of belief that the karmic has. The karmic needs to pour into themselves. They need to love themselves, value themselves. Why be with someone who can't even give you an offer? Why be with someone who can't even be mature enough to meet your needs, to be mature enough to give a shit about the relationship, to give a shit about the family. This is like the karmic needs to, and the karmics, they really do get a bad reputation. They get, a lot of hate, but they're also people. They're also people who need to be loved and healed and seen. And this is about the karmic to need to, start investing in themselves. Love yourself first. Do not allow this energy in your life and with your family. Invest in yourself, grow yourself, love yourself, know your self-worth. Because right now, if you don't see your worth, why would the divine masculine? And while you're not seeing your worth, you're not going to be able to call in your true divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame. Call in someone who's going to love you on the same level you love them. That's not in a toxic, destructive kind of way. What else? So the the karmic is also awakening. The karmic's awakening to their journey, to their path. The more they release the divine masculine and the need for the divine masculine and the codependency, the more they awaken to their own path. They're seeing the signs. They're seeing the signs, and all the signs are pointing to paint a new picture. It is time to paint a new picture. It's time to draw something else. This is not for you. This is just bringing you regret and shame. This is not for the karmic. This karmic deserves better too. It's time to forgive and move on. So that's how the karmic is feeling towards the divine masculine. So let's look at some shadows. Let's look at some shadows when it comes to this relationship. Like, what are they bringing out in each other? Sorry, my battery was about to die. I had to get the charger. So anyway, let's look at what they're triggering within each other. What are they triggering to heal within each other? Let's see here. What are they triggering each other to heal? The first card out here is unhealed. They're triggering each other to heal their unhealed parts of each other. They're triggering each other to truly have a look and to really, truly do some deep healing. We have passion and we have timing here. So I feel like they're triggering each other as well to look at the passion, to understand the difference between passion and lust, perhaps. To understand perhaps divine timing and how things happen for a reason. They came down this path. They met each other for a reason. They had decided this before they came into this lifetime, because they came into this lifetime to teach each other how to heal. To look at the unhealed parts of each other, of themselves, and to heal those. And to look at them and truly understand, heal, and love themselves for it. Also something here to do about passion in terms of lust, passion, sex, and how it's all connected. Some of them might have just been using sex and passion as a separate thing from love and intimacy. They could have been intimate with a lot of people but never actually experienced intimacy. They came together so that they could teach each other about passion, about lust, about intimacy, and knowing that, one does relate to the other. And also here, like we said, timing. That things take time, healing takes time. And lastly here, about the ego self. And I'm feeling here very much the death of the ego, because this collective here of divine masculines and karmics, they're going to have a massive ego death, and both of them are going to walk away from this relationship more healed and whole than ever before. I feel like this karmic is going to move away and walk onto their path, their true path. They're going to be evolving, leveling up, calling in their true desires, their true love. The divine masculine is going to walk away from this, stepping into their divine masculinity, balancing their divine and the divine feminine and divine masculine, stepping into their true self so they can step towards their divine feminine as an equal, as a balanced person, as a healed person, as a whole person. So let's have a look at some more things here. So let's look at unhealed. Tell me more about unhealed. We have here manipulation. So this could also have to do with them healing, like things that they have experienced in their life through manipulation, previous connections. This could be family connections, mothers, fathers, how they've been manipulated to feel a certain way, to think that perhaps healing is not a good thing, or they've been manipulated in ways where they were not allowed to look at themselves. They were not allowed to care for themselves. It was perhaps selfish for them to want to focus on themselves and to heal themselves. Tell me about passion. We have here ruthless. So with this, I'm feeling that, when it comes to passion, the way they've known about love and passion and sex and stuff, it doesn't have to be ruthless. It doesn't have to be that when you have sex with someone and there's passion. Like, this could be passionate intimacy or passionate sex, passionate anything. But what I'm getting from this is like how they've treated sex with another person, how they've like seen sex as not an intimate thing, not like, it's not like love. Sex is not love, and sex is not love on its own. No, it's a lot of pieces together. But this is like, they've been ruthless when it comes to the people they like, the one night stands, the karmics, the people they've had sex with, that they've had a way, the view of it had been very formed and cold. And this is due because of how they were brought up, perhaps how they were manipulated to think that sex was a bad thing. So obviously, if you love someone, sex is bad, and perhaps they would have cheat on you a lot, or they would cheat a lot on their person. If the karmic would cheat on their person, or the divine masculine would cheat on you and the karmic, because sex was a bad thing, and sex is not something you really do with the person you love. Like, depending on your religious beliefs and upbringing, like, they had this distorted view of sex. Timing. Well, we have excuses here. So when it comes to the timing, learning about divine timing is like, stop making excuses for the things, like, for the things that happen, or allow other people's excuses to tell you about your timing, about where you're going, what you're doing. I'm getting something like that. Something that knowing that everything is in divine timing. So relax, let it go, allow the universe to do what the universe is going to do. You have no need to worry. You have no need to stress. You no need to start kicking up a storm because of this, that, and the other. There's no excuses to trying to rush or bypassing healing, especially spiritual healing. Let's look at the ego here. Okay, so we have misguided, we have elusive, and we have pain here. So when it comes to the death of the ego, it's going to be painful. But this is so you can learn about pain, so that your person and the karmic can learn about pain. They're triggering each other to learn about pain and this ego, and how misguided they can be when they listen and follow the ego. It can be very misleading and misguided when they allow the ego to guide you. We also have here elusive. What I'm getting from this is that the ego will play tricks on you. Will try to play like magic tricks on you. Try to convince you something when it knows good and well that it's wrong. But that is what the ego does. The ego plays tricks. The ego plays tricks on you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to get some twin flame messages when it comes to this connection, when it comes to this karmic connection. So what does your person want to say when it comes to this karmic situation? Some twin flame messages. What I did wasn't right. You deserve so much better than that. So whatever they did to you, whatever they said to you, they know that wasn't right. They know that you didn't deserve that. They know your worth, and they know that was way beneath your worth. They are so destructive. I know I need to walk away, and they're going to walk away. And we've seen that, we saw that destruction card come through. And we had walking away. So we had the destruction card come through here from the divine, how the divine karmic feels towards the divine masculine. I'm sorry, the karmic feels towards the divine masculine. So we had the destruction there, destructive card there. And I think it was bottom of the deck here. We had walking away. So they know they need to walk away. They know this is destructive. They know that feel like they have learned all they need to learn. They've cleared all the karma they need to learn. All this stuff that's happening now is just a byproduct because both of them are standing still. Both of them are not moving forward when they're supposed to move forward. Now is not the right time. Right now is not the right time for the two of you because they still have work to do. They still have transformation to get through. And they know that they don't want to come to you prematurely. So now is not the time for the two of you. Right now is not the best time to be in communication. This also goes for communications. It's two cards here about timing. So right now is also why they're silent, because it's not time. It's not time for the two of you to be together. And it's not time for you guys to be communicating. But know this: I fantasize about you often. You're on my mind. You're in my dreams. I had some lessons to learn, and I've learned them now. And do you know what I've learned? Do you know what I know? Do you know what I know for sure? It starts and ends with you and me. That's it. It is you and me for life, every lifetime. It will be this way over and over again because you and I, that's where it starts and that's where it ends. So now, before I finish the reading, I'm going to pick a card. So a message from your person. So I want you to pick a number, 1 through 3. So 1, 2, or 3. And this is going to be your messages. So starting with number 1. So if you pick number 1, this is your message from your divine masculine. I'll never forget you. You might think that they have forgotten you, but they haven't, and they never will. Even if they don't get this shit together in this lifetime, and you guys don't get back together, they will never forget you because you are their person. You are the one and only. Okay, number 2, your message. I love you. Plain and simple. I love you. I have clarity. I know. And I know that you know that I love you, but I just want you to know that I love you. There it is. Number 3, your message. I wish you could let this go. So what I'm getting from this is that they're like, there's something that you're holding on to that you keep throwing back in their face. They have let it go. They have apologized, perhaps, or they're coming to apologize for it. But they just wish they could let it go so that you guys can move forward. So if you're holding on to something that you know you shouldn't be holding on to, something that's lower vibrational, all you're doing is by holding on to it, by not releasing it, you're calling more of that into your life. So guys, that is today's reading. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, your subscribes, all your love and support. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you are interested in a personal reading, all the information you need is in the description box below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel so inclined. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.